Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Hey, check line 47.
On 3rd down, Hines. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Luck defers to Mack. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check out. 240. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st down, it's Hines. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Watch it. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Yes. Bravo. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Here's a second and 7. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is now 21-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Jumper. Both sevens are my.
Here's Grant, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Just like that.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, Watt. And he's got his man Hilton. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go! 58, Mike. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that. Yes. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You go, night. Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. Get that quarterback, D.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. 16 yards, a first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Foles going to come up now, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Hey, let's get there. Check. Tiger. Black. Check, hot. What is it?
They'll set up to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it. This is Irvin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tyler Irvin, his first touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards on the ground.
First down, Indianapolis.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before the break. Luck. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Colts.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They run again with Hines. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 64 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On second down, here's Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. It's a party now. 12. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Let's go. Hey, Delta. 26, Mike.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Grant. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Now a run with Mack. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First down.
Check out. Line 40. 11. X3. 218. Jump.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Check out. 90. Let's go, Mexico.
On second down, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Check out. 90. 11B. Hey, Haywood.
A shotgun snap for Lund. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Mike up. 390. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run here with Mack. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Go. Sponge. Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 53, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Again, it's Fournette. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Get him. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Josh Oliver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix it.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Mack. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On second down now, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now it's Love. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The give, running right, it's Irvin. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Hey, who we got? Hey, goal. Down goal. Number 53. Mike, 53. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Switch. Mike, 53.
On 2nd and 9. Foles. Flush to his right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
On 1st down, Irvin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Tackle. Hey, watch it. Check 26. Great.
Now Leonard Fournette. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Irvin on the carry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Lambo is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Locke. He's got it to Hilton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Check. Lucky. Hey, alert 3. Hey. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Now Locke. And the catch made by Hilton. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Let's go.
To number 13. A gain of 30. And the Colts.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
At the 23-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First throw in overtime for Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Watch the run. 44. Mike, 44. Hey, exit.
Here's Luck. Oh, so close but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for a very important punt here in overtime. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is open.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Check 91. 91 is...
Hey, I 7.
91 is the mic. Let's go one more.
Here's Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Darius Leonard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
91 is the mic. So we got man.
Hey, Alpha.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Now Foles. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. On first down, it's Grant. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. As overtime wears on, something to keep in mind, it is hot down there on the field.
And if we think it's a sauna, what are they feeling down there? And this is where both teams find out about their strength and conditioning program. All the work they put into it to get to this moment, and did the guys follow the mantra of hydrating ahead of time so they're ready to go right now?
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Check out. 1, 6, 3. Hey, tight down.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game, not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game, and how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Check 43.
They'll run with Mack. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Oh, and Elliott has pushed it to the right. It is no good, and we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
5, 5.
58 to Mike. You better bring it. You better bring it.
Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
What we got? What we got?
3 down. Check 91. 90.
Hey, Zoo.
Right 91. Watch the slant. 91 is the mic. Check.
Easy.
Foles. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Foles now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, I need one over here. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right
Under.
3 buzz. Hey, 58 is the mic.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Don't let him breathe.
Girl.
53 to Mike. 53.
Hey, team 6.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second down and 20.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Banjo. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Man, I got you. 26.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up third down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54. Go.
58, boy. 58, Mike. 6 man.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
Drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get one in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it. That field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm a